My name is Kurt Falkenstein, and I'm one of the co-founders of PlateFeed.com. Ladies and gentlemen, Australia loves food. It's undoubted. Only got to look at the last 5 years, the way that Australia has embraced things like MasterChef and My Kitchen Rules. We all know that Australia is no longer a country of steak and sausages. We're definitely gourmets. In fact, statistically, 79% of all meals eaten in Australia are eaten in the home. And 4 out of every 10 Australians list food as a passion. That's 8 million people every day who love every single bite that they take. What we do, ladies and gentlemen, we challenge Australians who love food to post their most original recipes and photos of it online for the community to rate and so they can share their knowledge and their skill. By rating food, we are able to let people know who are Australia's greatest home cookers. Ladies and gentlemen, food is best enjoyed when it's shared, and Australians love to share food. And that is why PlateFeed.com empowers Australians through social gastronomy. Let's show you a couple of features on this site to show you how we're going to do it. As you know, we've just seen, it's called PlateFeed.com. So let's go through the plates. You can see here's some plates that people have posted. You can see pictures that they've put up and the recipes that they've put there. You can see there's quite a few, and people are able to post comments and that kind of thing. To show you some of the other features, I'm just going to take a random plate. Alright, so here you can see you've got a Mexican chicken casserole. So say you're just browsing and you have a look, you can go down and you can actually rate this plate. So let's have a look. You got 1 star, 2 stars, or 3 stars. Let's give it a 3 because I particularly love this one. Now, this rating feature is what enables us to work out who are Australia's best cooks. And by identifying this, we're able to feature Australia's best home foodies in a fantastic and professional cookbook. Then if we go up the top, you can say, I do like this, and add it to my favourites. Now, the favourites are one of the most important features in PlateFeed.com because this lets users at any time collect a history of the meals that they've seen they really enjoy. They can then aggregate that information and have their own personal cookbook printed and delivered to their very door. Ladies and gentlemen, PlateFeed.com is already ranked #1 in Google for the term plate feed, something that I actually have a little bit of trouble saying. And additionally, we've already been able to generate a significant social following for only a few hours online, demonstrating that users are prepared to use this and they want to share the food experience. The other recipe sites in Australia, the most popular being tasty.com.au, only focus on providing recipes. Only we are able to provide a community around the thing that Australians love the most, food. And that is why we will be able to generate very rarely potential of many hundreds of thousands of repeat visitors per month. And that is how we will revolutionise Australia through social gastronomy. Are there any questions? Actually, I might ask if my team can come up. We've had a pretty solid night with sort of the last, no one's really had much sleep. And if there are any questions, these guys are their team and they'll be able to answer anything. Please.
You mentioned something about people receiving personalised cookbooks. How are you achieving that?
Well, through the aggregation of information, it's already direct integration to be able to put that information up into a site and actually have that delivered to you.
I mean, who's actually doing the printing for the books?
Well, in terms of publishing, it is entirely possible for us to perhaps contract that out to a publishing house, should that be necessary.
But I mean, at the moment,
yeah,
there are startups in Australia that do that sort of thing, but I mean, have you contacted any of them at this point in time?
We've got WordPress.com has direct integration with, so WordPress has direct integration with Blurb.com. and they already provide services into Australia, so it's direct and available.
Okay.
Part of the big thing is that because individuals are putting their recipes forward, they actually receive some kind of reward on top of just the publishing of the book, because it's their IP that's actually going into what's going to go on your shelf. So it's a way to reward people who actually come up with fantastic recipes.
Is there an IP clearance process as well for those things? What do you do if someone takes a recipe from Jamie Oliver and copy and paste it into this one? Is there something to manage that?
Recipes can't be copyrighted.
Got that?
No.
I mean, well, the long and short of it is a breach of copyright, you know, is the responsibility of that. I mean, we would, obviously, in our terms and conditions, it would be explicit that people only post original recipes, particularly if they're going to be put forward for sharing with other users.
And it's entirely possible for you, if you find something interesting, to take a twist of that and turn it into something that's entirely original.
Yeah, so just with regard to also photography as well, how would you manage copyright with that? Like I know that recipes can't be copyrighted, but
the photos can.
Photos definitely can. And
It would only be the user's personal dish, like they would personal make that dish themselves.
how do you know that they took the photo? There's no way of
terms and conditions.
Yeah, once again, it's a legal risk mitigation process. There's obviously everyone's aware that if you're a host and you if you allow infringing information to be on there, you're obviously in a little bit of trouble. But if you're a third party without notice, it's really impossible to monitor that. It comes back to the user. They're the ones creating the infringement. If you're made aware of it and you take it down, there's plenty of cases that suggest that you're going to be fined as long as you respond to it accordingly.
And we will have a team of
He wants that.
and we will have a team of administrators and moderators who will respond to that sort of line of inquiry should it be necessary.